Ever wondered why some people seem to have it all figured out while others struggle to find their path? This is a question that has puzzled many of us, and it's tied intricately to the concept of self-improvement. We're all on a journey, a voyage through life that is as unique as we are. Some of us navigate this voyage with a compass in hand, a clear sense of direction. Others, however, find themselves adrift in a sea of confusion, wrestling with challenges that seem insurmountable. Yet, what separates those who sail smoothly from those who seem to be perpetually caught in a storm? That's where self-improvement comes into play. It's the wind in our sails, the compass that guides us. It's the key to personal growth, to becoming the best version of ourselves. It's about learning, evolving, and growing, about turning stumbling blocks into stepping stones. Today we dive deep into the journey of a man named John, who turned his life around through self-improvement. John, a regular guy like you and me, was stuck in a rut. He felt lost and directionless. Picture a man in his early 30s living in a small apartment, working a job that he didn't particularly enjoy but was too afraid to leave. His life was like a monotonous tune, the same old rhythm day in and day out. John had dreams, big dreams, but they were buried deep down under the weight of his routine life. He aspired to be a writer, to pen down stories that would inspire and move people, to create worlds that would ignite the imagination of his readers. But those dreams seemed far-fetched and unrealistic to him. Challenges were aplenty. The financial constraints, the fear of the unknown, the comfort of the familiar were all shackles that held him back. His life was like a never-ending struggle, a battle he was fighting within himself. The dissatisfaction was evident in his eyes, the kind of dissatisfaction that comes from knowing that you are meant for something more, something bigger than your current existence. John was no different from any of us. He too had his share of struggles, his moments of self-doubt, his fears and his insecurities. He was just another face in the crowd, yet he was unique in his own way. His dreams, his hopes, his aspirations were what made him John. He was like a diamond in the rough, waiting to be discovered, waiting to shine. His life was a testament to the fact that it's never too late to pursue your dreams, to break free from the shackles of monotony, to step out of your comfort zone and embrace the unknown. It was a testament to the fact that it's okay to feel lost, to feel stuck, to feel directionless, because sometimes it's in those moments of uncertainty that we find our true calling, our true purpose in life. But one day, John decided he had enough. It was time for a change. And so began John's journey towards self-improvement, a journey that would transform his life in ways he could never imagine, a journey that we'll explore in the coming scenes. Stay tuned. John woke up one morning with a newfound determination. A spark ignited within him. It was as though a switch had been flipped, a light turned on in a room that had been dark for far too long. It was an ordinary day, just like any other. But for John, it was the dawn of a whole new existence. This was the moment he had been waiting for, even if he didn't quite know it himself. The turning point had arrived, and it was not marked by a grand event or a dramatic revelation, but by a quiet, steadfast resolve that stemmed from a place deep within him. John had been living a life on autopilot, going through the motions day after day, trapped in a pattern of comfort and complacency. But that morning he decided it was time to break free. He realized that he had been treading water, stuck in the same spot while the world around him moved forward. He decided that he wanted more from life, that he had potential waiting to be tapped, dreams to be realized, a purpose to be fulfilled. The motivation behind his decision was simple, yet profound. He yearned for growth, for progress, for fulfillment. He was tired of settling for mediocrity when he knew he was capable of greatness. He was tired of watching life pass him by as he sat on the sidelines. He decided that he wanted to be an active participant in his own life story, not a mere spectator. This was not a decision made out of fear or desperation, but out of a deep-seated desire for self-improvement. John understood that change was not going to be easy. He knew there would be challenges and obstacles along the way, but he also knew that he had the strength and resilience to overcome them. The decision to take control of his life was not a fleeting thought or a whimsical idea. It was a commitment, a vow he made to himself. It was the beginning of a journey towards self-improvement, towards becoming the best version of himself. And so, John embarked on a journey of self-improvement. He stepped out of his comfort zone, ready to face whatever life threw his way. He was ready to grow, to learn, to evolve. He was ready to live a life of purpose, of passion, of fulfillment, and most importantly, he was ready to become the person he was always meant to be. John began by setting small, achievable goals for himself. He realized that the journey to self-improvement wasn't about making one big leap, but rather about taking many small steps. It wasn't about becoming a different person overnight, but about gradually becoming the best version of himself. He started by focusing on his habits, the small everyday things that, when added up, have a huge impact on our lives. He decided to read for 10 minutes every day, to drink more water, to get up earlier. Seemingly tiny changes, but over time they began to make a big difference. John also understood the importance of maintaining a positive mindset. He knew that negative thoughts can be like quicksand, pulling us down into a pit of despair. So he decided to practice gratitude, to focus on the good things in his life, and to replace negative thoughts with positive affirmations. He realized that his mind was a garden, and he was the gardener. He could choose to grow flowers or to let weeds take over. Being persistent was another key element in John's journey. He knew that Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither would his new life be. There were times when he faltered, when he wanted to give up. But he remembered that every setback was a setup for a comeback. He remembered that the only way to fail was to stop trying. John also took time for self-reflection. He asked himself the tough questions, and was honest with the answers. He looked at his past mistakes not as failures, but as lessons. He knew that self-improvement wasn't just about doing more, but about being more. It was about becoming a kinder, more empathetic, more patient person. And as John continued on this path, he began to see changes. He felt more energized, more focused, more at peace with himself. He started achieving the goals he had set, and with each achievement his confidence grew. John soon started seeing changes, not just in his life, but in himself. As weeks turned into months, John transformed from a man lost in life, to a man in control of his destiny. The cocoon of self-doubt and despondency that once enveloped him began to crack, revealing a vibrant, confident butterfly ready to take flight. John's transformation was not just evident in his physical demeanor but also in the gleam of his eyes, the assertiveness in his voice and the positivity that emanated from his persona. He was no longer the same John who was weighed down by the burdens of his past. He was a new John, a man reborn, fueled by the power of self-improvement. As the days unfolded, so did the layers of his transformation. He began to view life through a different lens. Where he once saw obstacles, he now saw opportunities. Where he once saw failure, he now saw lessons. His perspective had shifted, and with it his approach towards life. John was no longer reactionary, he became proactive. He didn't wait for life to happen to him, he happened to life. He set goals, he made plans, and he took action. He learned to navigate the rough seas of life with the compass of self-improvement guiding his way. But the transformation didn't just stop there. It seeped into his attitude as well. He started to radiate positivity, becoming a beacon of optimism for those around him. He learned to value himself, to believe in his abilities and to trust in his journey. The power of self-improvement was evident in every facet of his life. It changed him, molded him into a better version of himself. It gave him the strength to overcome his fears, the courage to chase his dreams, and the wisdom to appreciate his journey. John's transformation was not an overnight miracle. It was a journey, a process, a testament to the power of self-improvement. It was a reminder that change is possible, that growth is achievable, and that the power to transform our lives lies within us. John's story is a testament to the power of self-improvement. John's journey is not unique, it's a path that's open for all of us to tread. In our journey through life, like John, we may encounter both triumphs and trials, but it's the challenges that shape us, that push us to grow, to improve. John's life, once a mundane cycle, became a thrilling quest for self-improvement. His turning point, a moment of stark realization, a decision to change. His path, marked by small, consistent steps towards betterment. The transformation, spectacular and inspiring. John's story underscores the power of self-improvement. It's not about becoming someone else, it's about becoming the best version of ourselves. It's about harnessing our potential, about striving for growth, every single day. The beauty of self-improvement is its universal accessibility. It doesn't discriminate, it doesn't require any special skills or talents. All it asks for is commitment, perseverance, and a willingness to change. Remember, the journey of self-improvement begins with a single step. Are you ready to take yours?